I was so moved by your video on the thoughts on the death of my dog.
Oh,
Otto. And you have
Otto,
a
yeah.
video, you have an article, and some people will think, well, why do you want to end with this? No, I think it's, when we put all the pieces to the puzzle together, you made some very profound points there. I'm sorry to bring this up, by the way, because it's in many
No, no,
respects
it's quite all right.
it's a death of a family member on many levels. But as you pointed out, we don't want to also confuse pets and animals with humans. And you made some very powerful points there. I'm sorry about the passing of Otto. You spoke very movingly and lovingly about Otto. Just tell us a little bit about the passing of Otto and just some of the lessons that you would like to share.
Well, the article was, as you point out, really two themes. One, the genuine loss that a family feels when a beloved pet dies. I mean, there's no denying that, and it's perfectly legitimate. But I wrote about something that I've worried about all of my life, and that is the equation of human and animal life,
Mm,
which is a function of secularism, like every stupid idea is. And by the way, I mean that literally. There
mm,
is no secular institution that has wisdom. I defy someone to name one. Harvard, Yale, Berkeley,
mm,
teachers unions. Tell me a secular institution that has wisdom.
mm,
Now, there are some secular individuals who do, but there is no institution.
mm,
The uh, the post Judeo-Christian age is the age of anti-wisdom, and wisdom is the sine qua non of goodness. You
mm,
can't be good based on good intentions. You have to have wisdom to be good. So anyway,
mm,
what we have in our secular post-Judeo-Christian age is the equation of humans with animals. PETA,
mm,
the biggest animal rights organization on earth, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, and people could go on the internet and search this. This is at least 15 years old, this campaign. It's called Holocaust on Your Plate. And what they do is they equate the barbecuing of chickens with the cremating of the Jews in the Holocaust.
mm.
And I discovered this when I first began lecturing in my 20s. And I would ask students around the country, if you could save your dog or a stranger first, if both were drowning, which would you save first? And for 40 years, I've gotten the same answer. One third say the dog, one third say the stranger, one third doesn't know. Question is too difficult. It's a very dangerous thing to
Mhm.
equate humans and animals. But in a post-biblical age, you will equate the two. The,
Mm.
the Bible says man is created in God's image, man and woman, obviously, a human being, but not animals.
And of course, we're stressing the love of dogs, the love of pets, absolutely. But the point that you're making, Dennis, especially when I was in grad studies, there was a couple people. If you talked about the murder of unborn babies, they're just stone cold. But the same people would start sobbing if you stepped on a spider. There's something very, I think, wrong could be one word with.
Christy Nome
Yeah.
shot
Mm,
her dog, and she wrote about it,
mm,
and she gets death threats. But
mm,
if she would have put a child she was carrying to
mm,
death, who was perfectly healthy, and she was perfectly healthy in the last trimester when the child was perfectly viable, anyone who condemned her would be considered
mm,
evil.
mm.
Your point is entirely accurate.